seen 2 spikes, a smaller bull, and I just glassed up this. There's at least 2, and I could see their antlers going up there. They're in that ravine, like straight out from us in that thick timber, you know. I'm worried they're gonna go over the top. Oh yeah, I'd shoot him. I'd shoot either of them, I think.
Officially spotted a shooter.
I can't tell if the one's broken. That would really suck, but... Oh, that one is broken. Like, bad. There. Oh, there's a third. That's a big boy.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking. Oh, they're gonna go over the top, though. Ah, shoot. That's definitely a shooter there. Holy moly. That's just as good as snap. That's easily as good as snap.
Oh, I see him, yeah. Glass.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll do an update in a little bit. He's the one on the bottom.
Is he close to the other one? Is there 2 kind of?
There's 3 altogether there. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd probably shoot all 3, but that bottom one is a good one. Yeah, we have to be patient and figure out where they're going. Yeah, I don't have a good feeling about this slope.
There's no way to get over on where they're going.
Well, I mean, they'd be gone before we get there, you know? We just have to be patient and hope they bed down where we can get them. Another shooter. Yep. Sit down right there. I need you to watch. We got another group of shooters.
Okay.
Yep. They're not as big, but I'd say shooters. Are you still watching that? Okay, I'll try to keep an eye on this group here. Oh, we got another shooter. What the frick is going on? I mean, standards have definitely gone down, but we are currently watching 3 groups of shooters. Why weren't we here the whole time? The one I'm watching isn't bad, I guess. He's really hard to see right now. I'll explain it better when he's out in the sun, but I think this one's like basically a big 5x5 with maybe crab claws for 6. I mean, I would shoot him today in a heartbeat, but he's definitely not the same caliber. We got a good problem right now. We've got groups of shooters everywhere, it seems like, and our problem is that we can't keep track of all of them. We got Jaden watching in his own group. I'm keeping my eye on my own group, and Nick just keeps spotting groups everywhere. This is kind of ridiculous. And of course, something like this would happen on the last day. Gal, dang it, they need to bed down, Jaden. Gal, dang it. They're slowing down a little bit, but I've seen elk do this where they just kind of tease you enough to slow down and then they just get up and go over, and that's all. Well, guys, we had an exciting morning. We've seen a lot of elk, a lot of them bordering right on that public-private boundary, and we think we've come up with a plan. We're not sure, because it is a very physical plan. That first group of bulls that we spotted has probably a couple of the biggest ones in. I'd probably shoot 3 of the 4, probably. And where they went up and over, there is some public over there, and the northeastern slope is public, and that's usually where elk like to bed, in my experience, is those northeast exposures. But the northwest exposure over there does look a little thicker. That's on private, so it's kind of a horse apiece. It's a gamble, but I think we have time to go check it out, if anything, and it was our biggest bulls, and it'd be a chance to glass them up bedded midday. The other 2 groups that we're concerned about, they're both bedded on private, but they're not far from public. They're most likely feeding on public. And so our plan would be, if we can't find them or they're on private over there, we'd come down, get over, and kind of push right up against that private land boundary. And actually, each side of the ravine has bulls. I think I would shoot the one in the one group. There's a group of 2, and one's kind of it's either a small, like his fists are really small to make it a 6x6, or it's a big 5x5. But the other group, actually, of the group of 4 bulls was it? Okay, 4, has 1 or 2, 1 really good one, 2 that I'd probably shoot too. So it's a good problem to have. We're seeing a lot of elk. It's just tough to get across there, but that's probably why they're there. But yeah, we're still at our glassing knob. Told the boys to kind of think about it while we go back to the pickup. And if we do decide to do that plan, we're gonna go in pretty light. Just basically water, food, camera gear, and that's about it, I think. I guess the killing and gutting stuff, but we probably wouldn't even bring a spotting scope or anything. We'd stay as light as we could, I'd guess. So anyway, that might be the plan, but a lot of elk. Awesome to see a lot of elk again. It's been a few tough days, and of course now it's like, why weren't we here earlier? But that's how hunting goes, obviously. But maybe it's lucky to stay in a hotel instead of backcountry, because we saw elk each night after we stayed at a hotel. So there's a lot of hunters around here, though. It makes me think that maybe they've been seeing the elk too, and that's why they're kind of around here. Maybe no one's dumb enough to go across there. When they see us going across there, it might not make them super happy, but I guess public land, I hate to piss people off, but maybe they've never even seen them and they think we're dumb doing it too. So, well, we'll see what happens. We're gonna go get something to eat, I think. What do you think about Maddie's muffins?
Really well.
Mm-hmm.
4 out of 10. Just good. Better than I thought they'd be.
Still doesn't say much. Jeez. Well, Jaden, I'm giving it a 10. How about you?
Oh yeah, I'm around that 8.5, 9.
Okay, I'll give it 9.5. Well, we have decided to make a move and do the plan that we talked about earlier. Kind of to a T right now, but it's going to be a long walk. We know that. If everything was public around, we'd be even more excited about it, because I'd have a very strong feeling we could get them, but we're kind of flirting with the private-public boundary, and that might be why they're here. But there's a ton of hunters. I mean, we left the trailhead, there's vehicles there. I mean, this unit, it is in the 20s for harvest success. A lot of tags given out. So, I know one thing that the biologist said that kind of stuck with me is you don't get an easy elk in that unit. So, we're not making it easy. So, hopefully we're rewarded. It's getting warm. Hopefully the temp stays low, but we're going to drop down in here and kind of make a move around, and hopefully we run into a shooter bull. Did you fall at all? We're taking the other way back. There's trout everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
Gosh, beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if the camera can see them or not, but
What?
I don't know if the camera can see them or not, but
Are they down in here?
okay, yeah, they were down in here, and then when I walked over here, they were ripples of them swimming away.
Oh. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We made it to the bottom. A little sketchy coming down. We made a mistake. We tried to take a shortcut, and I don't know how many times we have to learn that a shortcut usually isn't the way to go if you scouted out your direction. So that was a mistake. So if we end up getting one, or even if we don't end up getting one, we have a different way to take out of here. But now we start to climb, and it's kind of a 2-level mountain. It'll get up to a flat, and once we get to that flat, we'll work our way towards the group of 4, and 2 of them were shooters for sure, probably 3. There's one broken up, but if you would be the only one that gave me a shot, I'm pretty sure I'd shoot him too, because he's nice. He's just broken up, but we'll get up there and we'll have a good climb here though. And we got a lot of time, so no hurry, but it'll be an adventure. It's steep though, huh, Jaden? Yeah. It's definitely there. Way up there. Yeah, way up there. I wonder why no one does this. I wonder why all the hunters are over there. Oh well. Create your own luck, I hope.
That just makes perfect sense for you, though. It really does.
It does.
These last day action.
Yep. And I wouldn't want it any other way. Like if we get this bull tonight, that big one in that group, this would be a perfect trip for me. Just because we got to hunt the whole time. We frickin' get a giant on the last day.
We gotta make it up there first.
Okay, we do? I'm having fun just make-believing. Holy shit, that is a long ways up there. We have to get to the top. What? Eventually. You smell them in here. They're not in this bowl, it's the next bowl. Yeah. But I think I want to get my gun off and ready. Just because I can just smell them. Yeah, this is exactly where something would bed, so I just were so confident plan A was going to work. But there's this rock that is up over my shoulder here. And we're going to get to that, and we're just going to sit there the rest of the night. It's kind of a weird little area. The private is actually higher than the public. And we did have 2 bulls. One would be borderline shooter in this drainage. Our thermals are going up though, so I'm not super confident about him coming down, but maybe. But the other drainage right over the hill is where Canaan, I think actually Jaden initially spotted, but Canaan was keeping tabs on that group. And there's 2 for sure shooters in there. Maybe 3, I don't know. We just need them to come down. So we're going to sit there when we're walking up. There's been so much sign, so many browse for them to eat on. I think they're coming down every night. It's just if they do it in time. It's been windy the last couple days, so maybe they'll be a little bit more on their feet than they normally are, just because they've been a little antsy. I think they've been hunkering down because it's been windy throughout the night too. We know that for a fact because we've been out camping in it. But, all right, we're gonna head up there. We got about 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2.5 hours left. So let's see if we can finish strong. We're at the top of the rock. I found another shed. So hopefully that's good luck. But anyway, we're gonna pan out here. Really good sign. We already see 2 elk. And they're close to public, so hopefully they keep feeding down. They might even be on public, but it doesn't look like either one of them are bulls. Or, I think they're spikes, not shooter bulls. So we're gonna sneak down here. Get all set up and just wait. I think that's about gonna do it for this trip to Wyoming. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get a quick trip back or not, but a lot of excitement today, and it just didn't work out here. The big bulls didn't show themselves. We had a couple spikes. They were on public 400 yards away, so if it was just the big bulls I could have got it done, but no, it was an awesome trip. It's not over yet because we got quite the hike out and the drive out, but can't thank these 2 guys enough, Jaden and Canaan, for everything they did this trip. It sucks that we didn't capitalize and get one, but that's how hunting goes. Especially with Canaan lately, we might need to start splitting up because me and Canaan don't get anything together. But no, it was a lot of fun. They followed me into places that I don't think a lot of people would when they don't have the tag. So big thanks to you guys because made this trip very memorable even without an elk, and had some interesting nights in the backcountry. But I know I'm looking forward to a warm shower in a hotel tonight and sleeping in and not getting up at 3:45 tomorrow morning. So it was a lot of fun though. I hope it shows it behind the camera. We had some lows, no doubt about it. We had some lows, but we had some really fun times. Hopefully this walkout isn't gonna be a low, but we got a ways to go. So we're gonna start working our way down the mountain with just this tish bit of light we have left, and we'll catch you guys on the next one, and hopefully we can actually get you something on the next one. It won't be just NJ cooking and NJ hiking.